Moving on to the sales executive persona, we take a look even one macro step higher at our reporting. We're actually going to take a look at the sales analytics dashboards that are surfaced from here within the Power BI system. And so this here is actually looking in real time at the data that we have in Dynamics 365 to be able to provide some executive level reporting on the data within the system. So we're able to come in here and we're able to look at, today we have a bunch of charts and tiles that are set up here as part of this template. And any of these tiles we're actually able to click into. So let's start here with, for example, one revenue this year and click into it. And then each of these things here are all dynamic filters. So let's say that we want to look specifically at our North American sales data. If I click on that, you'll see here that all of the rest of the data changed, and the data that's not North American became grayed out. If I click on Japan, you'll see the data change there as well. So all of these charts and tiles here are all dynamic to be able to really go in and slice and dice your data, see really what the health of sales is, what the health of the organization is, and be able to set that up for any of the data that's in the Dynamics 365 system. If we go back and we take a look at, let's go down to the total open opportunities, which is more of a list here, and we want to take a look, let's say, at one specific salesperson. So before we were looking at Maher. If we click on that, you'll see down here that the list of open opportunities actually filters to be able to specifically zone in on the data for that salesperson. And from there, we could even dive into it even further and say, hey, we just want to see the North American opportunities versus the Asian opportunities, or a specific industry that we want to zone in on as well. And so these Power BI charts and tiles become very dynamic to be able to look at the data that's important to the organization. And this is all out of the box, but is able to be customized to pull in any data that you might want to take a look at. Let's go back here and take a look further at how you might be able to consume that then within CRM. So all of those Power BI tiles and dashboards can actually then be implemented one step further within Dynamics 365 itself, so that users don't have to jump between two systems. So let's click here on my sales analytics for Dynamics 365 dashboard, and you'll see exactly what we were just looking at a couple minutes ago. So it's really up to an organization to determine whether an executive wants to spend time in CRM or not. But if you want to expose this to the sales team, having the ability not to have to jump between systems can be a huge thing. And any of these tiles can actually be added into a personal dashboard by a user so that they're able to pull that data perhaps into a dashboard just like we saw on their sales dashboard. You could have a Power BI tile right here that was showing total revenue to the year. And one of the other really nice things about Power BI is it actually allows us to do cross-system reporting, so we can actually leverage not only the data that lives today within Dynamics 365, but we're also able to tie that using the data model to data that might live within your ERP system. So whether that's Dynamics AX or Dynamics 365 Financials or NAV or anything like that, and be able to actually pull some of that additional financial information or inventory information or whatever that might be of value to cross-join back to the data that you have in your CRM system.